Hi everyone, this is Andy LaCivita, founder of Mile Walk and the Mile Walk Academy, and award-winning author of The Hiring Prophecies. Here with this week's episode, I am very excited to talk to the college students and recent college graduates today. Today is about your resume, and I want to tell you about one great trick that you can do to really get noticed. Now, if you didn't see last week's episode, it was titled How to Build the Ultimate Professional Resume. I think it would be great for you to take a look at that. I went through a lot of items in the resume section by section, and there's a lot of overlap between a professional's resume and your resume. I'll put the link in the notes, but I definitely suggest you check that out. And one of the things that I think is really important for you to understand is I recognize the world is very different today than when I went to school. The way companies recruit, it is a lot more impersonal. So it's that much more difficult to get noticed. And your resume, among a pile of other resumes, it's going to be much more difficult, especially when they can't see your smiling face and they can't relate to you. So you've got to ooze your personality. There are so many other things that you have to project from a computer screen or a piece of paper. So I'm going to talk to you about that today. Now, I've seen over 500,000 resumes in my lifetime, and that's enough resumes to look at for many lifetimes, but many of them look the same. And with the way that companies and busy employers read them, it's very difficult for you to get noticed right away. So one of the things that I'd like to do is teach you a trick that I think is a fantastic one that will get you started on the right foot as soon as somebody looks at your resume. And it's going to help you overcome what I think is one of the biggest resume mistakes that most college students and recent college graduates make, but even a lot of professionals make. You got to dump that objective statement. The resume is about what you offer, not what you want. An objective statement just wastes real estate space on the resume to tell the employer what it is that you're looking for. They're much more interested on what you can offer them. So what I suggest is starting out with a profile, something that hits 4 major items just at the very top. Call it profile or summary or whatever you want, but it's a couple or 3 or 4 sentences that really hit 4 major areas: your school, your major or area of studies or concentration, your work experience, generalized. Just what type of work experience have you performed since you've been going to school, through your summers or internships or whatever it might be. And then the fourth thing is, what are those extracurriculars that you do, the volunteer work, anything that you participate in your fraternities or sororities or volunteer programs, whatever it is that you do that's extra. And if you download the template, you can follow along here. I think this will go a little bit more effectively, but just to take the example from the resume template that I've given you, you can go something like this: State University graduate with a Bachelor of Science in Marketing and Psychology minor. Held various summer jobs and internships focusing on sales support activities. Served on several university and fraternal committees. Built additional sales-related capabilities via school fundraising activities and other volunteering efforts. 43 words that encapsulates and brings you to life, and it's the first thing that they see after your name and your contact information. So you're now giving them a nice little summary of what they're about to read, and there are 4 benefits of doing this. It looks more professional than collegiate, and I think that will make you stand above the crowd. The other thing it does is it screams maturity. It's got a very nice, polished presentation to it. And one of the biggest issues or complaints that employers have with recent college graduates isn't that you're not smart or that you can't do the job. It's the lack of readiness for the workforce, especially as it relates to maturity levels. They're not as concerned about your skills because they're going to have to retrain you or train you on whatever it is that they need you to do. So if you've gone to a good school and you've got a good pedigree and you've worked hard, they know that they're going to be able to do that. But they constantly ask me what I'm noticing about recent college graduates and whether they're ready for the workforce. And I think this really will give you a leg up on that. The third thing that it will do is it will start to build some excitement. They've skipped over the what you want or the objective statement type items that are up above, and you've gone right into, here's who I am, here's what I've done, and I want you to get ready to read some really great achievements, accomplishments, volunteering activities, and work that I've done. And the fourth thing that it does is it makes you unique because no one else does this. I'm so surprised that, when I look at the world today and all the great things that recent college graduates are doing, you're doing activities, you're participating in programs that give you the kind of accomplishments that you can put on a resume that makes it look very professional, which a lot of college students decades ago didn't do. Some worked, but many just went to school. You're doing so much more. Take advantage of that. Add it to the resume. So I hope you like this tip. I think it'll really help set you apart. I strongly suggest you download the resume template. There's a lot of great instruction in it. And if you check out the Mile Walk blog, I give an interviewing book away. It's called Interview Intervention, Communication That Gets You Hired. I give an ebook to anybody that signs up. And I've also created an entire interview intervention experience that includes the ebook, the audio, chapter notes, guides, other helpful aids for your job search. That's on the Mile Walk Academy at milewalkacademy.com. Just click Learn More when you see Interview Intervention and download the experience. So until next week, I hope you enjoyed this tip. Take care.